Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The 3 Count.
Yep. Yeah, I'm here.
Where we run through WWE's week of programming without the bullshit.
But there was a lot of bullshit on Raw. And
man.
And I have a lot to say about this show.
What do you expect? It's go home show.
Well, of course.
It's not really... It's wet right here. Yeah.
Just like your mama?
Yeah, because somebody's drink was sitting on that table.
Yeah, mine.
Exactly. Anyway. Condensation. Anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead. This was a go-home week for WWE, considering Hell in a Cell.
I kind of wish they would go home in general right now. Just go home.
I just want to go home.
I'm going home.
Why don't you two just go home?
You have to drive us there. I don't want to walk.
You can walk.
It'll be like Sunday morning, like 9 o'clock Saturday morning. Excuse me, Saturday morning before I.
Gotta be optimistic.
It'll be like mid-morning Saturday morning before I go home.
There you go. That's a little bit more optimistic.
Excuse me.
Anyway, we started the show off with Braun and his Dogs of War,
Woof, woof.
a.k.a. the Pomeranian Dolph Ziggler, the Irish settler Drew McIntyre, and a whole pound of puppies. The heel locker room.
Basically, it was like, in sports terms, the cool guys on the football team and the water boy. No, the guys who play on the bench.
The jocks versus the
nerds.
The bench
warmers. Yeah.
Yeah, including damn it, the fuck's his name?
Mike Kanellis?
Yeah, the jacked Michael Kanellis.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Then there was also Drew Gulak in the Sea People.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great. Anyway, yeah, they're basically talking trash about the Shield, saying, "Oh, the Shield's not going to get to us because of all these heels." And then out pops Sierra, Hotel Indigo, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
Dun 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 dun.
Roman Reigns ruins everything.
It's true. It's true.
Anyway, they come down the crowd. They're fighting all the heels off. Dean Ambrose produces a duffel bag with axe handles in them.
And they basically wipe out everybody, including that jobber Jinder Mahal.
He took a nasty hit to the head. Like Ambrose let him have it with an axe handle.
Yeah. Power doesn't like the Shanti, the
Shanti. I'm tired of that shit.
That shit is annoying as fuck.
Like you. Ow.
Anyway, then Baron Corbin escorts the Shield out of the building, tells them, "You're done for the night. If the Shield comes back, then Roman's going to be stripped of the Universal."
And Seth has to give up the Intercontinental title.
Okay, I glanced over that, but yeah. Basically, the Shield will give up their belts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
And Baron Corbin let it slip. He said, "I don't want to have you arrested again."
And they had a stare down with the police, and Roman looked like he wanted to rip that dude's head off.
Not Roman, Ambrose.
No, Roman, he stared down an officer too.
Yeah, but he did that standard Roman stare.
Yeah.
It's just like he wants to say big dog.
Oof, oof.
But Dean looked like he was about to take one of them out.
Yeah, they dropped the axe handles and left.
Yeah. Next, we had Nikki Bella defeating Ruby Riott, whatever.
Yeah.
Stop jobbing the Riot Squad out to the Bellas.
Because the Bellas not even that good, honestly. What's up? Breeze can actually a little bit better.
Next, AOP and their action figure manager, Drake Maverick. AOP defeats some jobbers.
Why does he look like a fucking teenager in a fucking camo and fucking white beard? Why didn't he just come out in his suit? He looks goofy as fuck.
Because I need to sell Halloween costumes.
Oh, God.
He has enough of those as it is.
Damn.
Anyway, next up, a limo pulled up, right next to the security guards and their paddy wagon, I guess. And out pops The game, Triple H. And he's walking past the police officers. I say the police officers because it was enhancement talent.
Mm-hmm.
He's eyeing them down, and he kind of grins a bit. Some speculate he might sign those guys. I speculate that he was only grinning because you had all these tall dudes, and then you had one short dude on the end.
Yeah.
Isn't that always how it goes?
Yeah.
That one
For
short
some
guy.
reason, you have a short guy in a police lineup or security lineup. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the game, Triple H came out and addressed The Undertaker. Said he found it funny that Shawn Michaels got under his skin. And then he basically said what Undertaker said the week before, I'm going to put you down.
I'm gonna put you down.
That's it. That was all that you
I'm
needed.
gonna put you down. Downtown.
Anyway, next, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre defeat the B Team in their contractually obligated title match. To which
B team, go.
no,
No, stop.
I know. I hate it too.
Anyway, after the match, like immediately after the bell rang, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins hit the ring and they beat down Dolph and Drew.
Yeah. Now, Seth was almost finna go for a curb stomp, but luckily, Dolph, by the skin of his teeth, got out of the ring. And afterwards, I don't know if you're finna get to it or not,
Yeah, I was about to get to it.
where
Well,
they
no,
had
you're not now.
Corbin was finna get arrested.
Yeah, like he said, I told you, don't pop back up here. And then Seth said, we're not. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose popped up, not the Shield, which they weren't in Shield gear.
Facts.
And then Baron Corbin said, semantics, you got what I meant.
Yeah.
You know, don't make me arrest you again. Wait, you got us arrested? I'm just saying. And then Seth Rollins just happened to bring in a sheriff
Yeah.
to try and, get Baron Corbin on false imprisonment.
Yep.
Yep.
And then,
Seth, Baron said, can we talk privately? Talking to Seth. And then Dean Ambrose and the sheriff go outside and we see a little bit of quirky Dean Ambrose again.
Yeah.
Talking about how the speed limit should be suggested, not, actual.
and he admitted that he drove over the speed limit.
Yeah.
Basically snitched on himself, but the officer,
Dummy.
the sheriff let him get off.
Ha! Let him get off.
Huh.
Anyway, Baron Corbin said, all right, fine. No charge will be filed. All this. And then a little bit later on, he talked to the tag team champions and he said, yeah, you guys are going to defend at Hell in a Cell.
And it was like, what? Oh my god, no.
And then Baron Corbin said, oh, it's my GM debut. I got to impress Stephanie. Hey, defend your titles at Hell in a Cell. Hey. But Braun Strowman, you're going to get competition tonight. Next up, we had the return of Vicious Kevin Owens.
Yes.
Vicious.
Yeah.
Vicious.
He beat down Tyler Breeze. Like, there wasn't even a match.
There was no match. He just basically said, fuck this. I'm just going to beat the fuck out of him. Got on the mic and cut a promo
Yeah.
on Bobby Lashley.
Well, before that, he basically said, I walked out.
I miss my friend.
Well, get to that in a second. He said he quit, but Baron Corbin kind of, talked him into coming back, even sweetened the deal for him. Basically said he can go in there and do whatever he wants. Do his job. He's not going to be held responsible for the damage. Then he went after Bobby Lashley. Said, you brute, you destroyed my best friend, this, that, and the other. Now I ask, does this mean Kevin Owens not so much got his groove back, but got his edge back?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I mean, it's Vicious Kevin Owens, so.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Anyway, next up we had the glorious the smiling Bob Roode,
Boo.
and the dork Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Oh, hi,
There are seeds of heel turn written all over this because towards the end of their match against the Ascension,
Boo.
Boo.
Bob Roode was about to go for the the glorious DDT when Chad Gable tagged himself in and delivered a German suplex pin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Term incoming.
Bob Roode looked a little bit murked, but then he's just like, whatever, we got the win. I'll kill this punk later.
I'm gonna kill him.
Like I said, he's like that one nerd that wants to hang out with the jocks, but then he'll realize that the jocks are not his friends.
Yeah. So.
This just reeks of Bobby Roode heel turn all the way. Honestly, when they finally do their program, they can do something with Chad Gable. Besides him sitting in catering all fucking day. Or being on main event. Like, who gives a fuck about main event?
Obviously you do.
I don't, because I don't fucking watch it. Fuck you.
Yeah, he'll be in the main event against
some jogger.
Jack Mike Kanellis at main event.
Oh, God.
Boo.
Anyway. Next up, we had Ronda Rousey and Natalya defeating Alexa Bliss and Mickie James.
Of course.
Same old story and dance, but this time, Alexa Bliss actually got the upper hand on Ronda Rousey.
With her ribs.
Yeah, after the match, while the referee was holding up their hands for whatever reason, Alexa Bliss rolled in the ring and delivered a nice sidekick right to Rousey's ribs.
My sides, my ribs.
Soften her up for Sunday, and then all this, that, and the other. Next up, Louisiana was about to walk with Elias.
Was about to.
They were about to, when they were interrupted by Mrs. Foley's baby boy.
Yeah.
Mick Foley came out there, and Elias was, jaw-jacking him and saying, you're just a legend living in the past. You're going to talk about Hell in a Cell, all this, that, and the other. And he delivered a line that kind of hit me. Like, it actually hurt hearing this. He said, he told Mick, you're walking around here singing the same old song, but in your case, you've forgotten the lyrics.
Burn.
Oh.
I'm just like, ow.
Did he say that to Mick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's like, ouch.
Dang.
Even I felt that one.
Man. What a dick move.
So anyway, Mick Foley said, I'm not here to talk about, Hell in a... Or, I'm not here to talk about, every bone-jarring moment of my Hell in a Cell match. I'm here to say I've been announced as the special guest referee for Hell in a Cell between Braun and Roman.
Why? That's weird.
Because Stephanie McMahon thought it would be a good idea.
Well, Stephanie McMahon is stupid.
No, she's not stupid. She never has any wrong ideas. All ideas are hers.
Well, she's a narcissistic asshole then.
Anyway, that prompted a match between Elias and Finn Balor.
And Finn Balor won with a roll-up.
Yeah, a roll-up. Surprising.
Yeah.
Yay. They didn't do something with Finn. Oh my god, bro. I'm sick of this crap.
Turn the Shield into new Bullet Club.
Do it. Maybe they get more pop.
Maybe they can get, instead of Bad Luck Filet, it'd be Big Dog Roman. That would be his name, Big Dog Roman. There we go.
Yeah, it would work.
Speaking of Big Dog Roman, wasn't Braun Strowman supposed to have a match?
I don't know. I don't think he was.
Sure. I don't think
He was
so.
basically just looking for Roman, and he knew that one guy.
Roman!
Okay, that's what it was. He was looking for Roman. He picked the guy up and threw him.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
Roman Reigns ambushed Braun Strowman, put him through a table. Big dog my yard, then he peed on him.
Yeah.
Ew. Sick.
That's how dogs show dominance. They pee on stuff to mark their territory.
He just whip out his Samoan.
Big dog. Still can't believe he said that on TV.
Who?
Roman.
Big Dong?
Yeah, because
Oh, he slipped it up. Oh, yeah.
no, like him and Cena were joking around, and he said, your pants don't even zip up. He's like, oh, the zipper's busted. Big dog.
Yeah.
Like, bruh.
It was funny, but I can't believe he got away with it.
Yeah.
He got away with it.
Next, we move on to SmackDown Live.
Before you do that, all I gotta say is this was a week go-home show to Hell in a Cell.
You're weak, dog.
And this show was, yeah.
Meh.
Yeah.
After your life.
About like your mama, motherfucker.
First up, Jeff Hardy
Eat my
facing
ass.
off against, I don't know who this guy is. He's a new signee, Shinsuke Nakamura. I hope I'm pronouncing that. He had some sort of belt with him.
Ah! Fuck.
He sounds new because I hadn't seen him before. Anyway, Jeff Hardy beat this Jamote by disqualification because alleged dickhand showed up and
Fucked up for everyone.
yeah, but Jeff Hardy got the better half of the exchange on against Randy Orton. Next up, we had an empty arena promo with AJ Styles, basically saying, "It's on, Joe. I'm going to put you down and I'm going to shut you up." Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Next up, Charlotte Flair defeats Sonya Deville. Deville? Am I pronouncing that right?
Deville.
That's another person I hadn't seen in a while.
Deville, yes.
Anyway, defeats her and Charlotte celebrating with the crowd until a certain fan got handsy and just started throwing fists, throwing haymakers.
You said handsy.
Yeah, putting your hands all over
You
someone.
know what I'm legend saying. You know what I'm trying to say.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I will say that from what I saw on the highlights of this match, seemed like a pretty good match.
yeah, it seemed alright.
But of course, Becky was waiting in the wings.
Yeah, so she beat up Charlotte.
I'm gonna beat you up.
She was in the crowd in disguise, you know,
I'm gonna give you a beating.
and vowed to break Charlotte's arm.
Yep. And she said, "This Sunday, that belt's coming to me, and it's been 2 years too long."
Yeah.
Literally 2 years too long.
Next up, we had a glorious day indeed because Rusev Day defeats the Bear to go to Hell in a Cell.
The bar.
The Bear.
Rusev D.
You know, this was a pretty good match.
Mm-hmm.
Nice back and forth brawl. Next up, we had Cien Almas defeats The Truth
Obviously.
because of a handful of tights.
Yeah.
And then finally, we had a one-on-one match between Brie Bella and Maryse.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a flying fuck.
Yeah, because this match just
Blows.
Yeah.
It blows show.
it ended on a disqualification.
What you fucking
Yeah. Whatever. Let's move on to something that was actually pretty good. I am, of course, talking about this week's 205 Live.
Piss break.
What the hell are you talking about? You don't even watch 205
That's what
Live.
I meant. Piss break. That means I'm gonna go to the bathroom while y'all talking about that shit.
Stupid chump.
You shut up. You don't know me.
Both of y'all fight.
How about
Bam.
how about you fuck off into the
How about you tell your mama suck my dick when I get home?
How about
Anyway, continue, sir.
you know?
Anyway,
Yeah. Fuck you.
the show started off with the Juggernaut, Buddy Murphy, taking on Grand Metalik in a really good match. Which Buddy Murphy won with Murphy's Law.
Cool.
Murphy's Law.
Next up was, thank God Mainstream's here, Mustafa Ali against some local enhancement talent. Before the match even began, Hideo Itami came out there, got inside Mustafa's head, and Mustafa picked up the victory.
Mustafa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Found out that next week on 205 Live, we're going to have a match between Mr. Leo 5 Live, Leo Rush,
One
and
thing we forgot to mention that he was on Monday Night Raw trying to
Beat up.
hype up Bobby Lashley.
oh yeah,
And Bobby just dropped the weights. He said, "You do know I'm training, right?" I think that was pretty good.
yeah.
He's so short.
Anyway, Leo Rush will be taking on the Scottish Supernova Noam Dar. That's going to be a hell of a throwdown.
Yes.
Then we also found out that it's going to be the match we've been waiting for the Cruiserweight Championship. It's going to be Cedric Alexander defending against Drew Gulak.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I meant to say Dog of War member Drew Gulak.
Dog of War.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Because apparently he's in the dog pile.
Oh Lord.
Speaking of Drew Gulak, he and Jack Gallagher defeated Cedric Alexander and Akira Tozawa. My God, they don't do anything with Akira Tozawa.
Have they done anything since he's lost the Cruiserweight Championship?
Had him in that great feud against Itami. Had him in a great back and forth between with him and Leo Rush. So
Yeah, but since then it's pretty much just, hey, he's here.
yeah.
Hey, you're here too. Unfortunately.
So that was all for 205 Live, which that's going to move to Wednesday next week during the Cruiserweight, the Mixed Match Challenge.
Stupid.
Shut up, I corrected myself.
Yeah, that. You idiot.
At least I watched the product.
Oh. You know, fuck you. Fuck you too, Rod.
I ain't did nothing.
You're just
Exactly.
mad. You're just mad because you got verbally whipped.
You got verbally.
Speaking of whipped, this episode had Bianca Belair in there.
Haha. Of NXT, by the way.
No, she suddenly got called up to main roster.
I was telling the fucking people, shut up.
I assume that the people watching this know exactly what I'm talking about.
Some people don't know, so fuck you, alright?
Anyway, we started out strong with tag team action with the team of 1 and 2, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. Defeating fellow... Fuck, I forget where they're from. Defeating Cesar Bononi, who is a regular at NXT, and Adrian Joud.
Sounds French? Italian?
Brazilian.
Oh, they Brazilian?
Yeah.
Both of them are?
Both guys are from Brazil.
Oh, nice.
In fact, Adrian Joud, he's the guy with the gi. He bust out some capoeira.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's proficient in Aikido.
Aikido.
So, yeah. Next, Tommaso Ciampa finally makes his return to NXT, the Full Sail Arena, with new music.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty decent. I'm going to miss the chorus of booze.
Boo.
But his music, from his words, was his polite way of telling the crowd to shut up.
And he denied attacking Aleister Black.
Yeah.
I ain't got that loser, so fuck you mean.
So yeah. That was not all of Tommaso Ciampa, however. Next up was Shayna Baszler defeating... I'm sorry, you might as well call this poor girl Chum. Shayna Baszler defeated Violet Payne. And
Ain't nothing violent about that.
I said violet, not violent. Violet as in the color.
There's nothing violent about that either.
Oh, there was something plenty violent about this.
About Baszler?
Yeah, Baszler...
Just destroying her ass?
Yeah, busted up her arm, made her tap, and then just continued to wrap the...
I made Raw's mom tap, by the way.
Start to lock in her submission move over and over and over again.
Damn, is she gonna break the arm or not?
She didn't break an arm. It's like a clutch.
Oh, the clutch.
Yeah.
The clutch.
Anyway, yeah, just kept attacking her like a shark smelling blood in the water.
But you wouldn't know.
Next up, Lars Sullivan defeats cruiserweight jobber Raul Mendoza.
Wow.
Which, surprisingly, this was actually Raul held his own.
Really?
Yeah. Kept chopping the big man down,
Bro, oh my god.
hitting high-speed offense. It's great. Until, he ate a couple of freak accidents.
Which was obvious.
And it was over. So, yeah. Meanwhile, there was more lights shed on the Who Attacked Aleister Black story.
It was,
It was none of your business because you don't fucking watch the product.
Yo, fuck you, asshole.
I'm only speaking the truth, and that's just a fact of life. Dummy.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Anyway. You're just mad because I'm right.
No, I'm mad because you ugly.
Anyway, let's see. There was a couple of great promos. Oh yeah, first off, Kairi Sane was called in office because apparently she was one of the one of the witnesses, I should say, of the Aleister Black case. Didn't catch much other than her saying, thank you. If you need anything, let me know. Then Cassius Ohno comes in, reminding us that he was friends with Cesaro because he was wearing a Cesaro and Kid shirt.
Really cool.
Yeah. Anyway, he's starting to give his alibi, and William Regal said, "We don't need your alibi. Kyrie covered for you, so you're good." And so basically, Cassius took that time to open up a bunch of gripes and complaints about being overlooked. And then he told Regal, "Next shiny toy that walks through those doors, I'm taking him out, bro."
Matt Riddle.
Yep. It's going to be the King of Bros, Matt Riddle.
Bro. Oh my god, my shoulder.
Anyway, next up we had fucking Heavy Machinery
Oh god.
with their iPhone promo.
I thought y'all liked them at first.
Their gimmick is too on the fucking nose.
It's some WCW horse ass 1990 shit.
Like, okay, they're gym rats, that's their gimmick, but their entrance music has construction noises in it.
It's a zero. That's what it is. Oh my god, I'm stupid.
It just.
Oh, my password, by the way.
It does not. It does not even match with what.
I don't know why
they're
they're trying to put that. We obviously know that y'all construction workers, but y'all. Have,
They're not construction
I
workers.
mean, they're not.
They're gym rats.
Yeah, but they looking like they should be.
Yeah.
But you just don't like the music, the noise in the music.
No, it's just their gimmick is too on the nose. It's like,
Not too obvious.
okay, they got a cool name. Let's throw shit on there to make it redundant.
Oh, okay. Like just that. Just
Yeah.
putting it too much. Putting too much hints on.
Their one saving grace is Tucker Knight is kind of the straight man, while Otis Dozvit is kind of the Jack Black of the pairing. He's funky. He's got that weird voice. Says weird shit.
Tenacious D.
Yeah, like he calls Tucker Tucky.
That sounds gay.
Or you called Aleister Black Alley.
Alley. Except for this episode, he called Tommaso Ciampa Tomato Champ.
Bruh.
Anyway,
Tomato champ.
basically, they were pegging Tommaso Ciampa as the perpetrator of the Aleister Black attack.
Did Ciampa come out there?
Well, yeah. Ciampa came out there and he's like, "If you're going to say my name, you better put some respect on there, boy."
Oh shit!
Damn.
Oh.
And so
Oh my god.
Dozovic was trying to set up a fight. William Regal pops up. He's like, "Gentlemen, nice to see you come to work,
Oh.
Tommaso Ciampa."
I'm sorry.
Then it's like, "We'll fight another time. You," and he points at Tommaso Ciampa, "my office now."
Oh, Regal's getting on his ass.
Yeah. Because he is still a suspect. And see, speaking of suspects,
Who do you think could really do it? Because what if none of them were, but somebody out of the blue did?
I don't know,
Who
that's-
would you think that would do it?
it's kind of a hard stretch.
Could be Sullivan, could be anybody. But what if it wasn't none of the main suspects right now? Could it be somebody out of the fucking blue?
Anybody. I mean, they've already ruled out all my suspects. I had Tommaso Ciampa, Lars Sullivan, and Cassius Ohno, but all of them are ruled out. so I
You
don't
still
know.
got the era, Undisputed Era. Still got them.
I
Yeah.
say Johnny Gargano.
Okay. Yeah. That kind of makes sense.
He was like the first person that like literally just popped up.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of the era, we got a promo from these guys.
It's funny.
Oh, so good. Loved it.
Because you told us about it.
Yeah.
Told me about it, but y'all already watched this.
He hasn't watched it.
Yeah, I didn't see the promo.
Oh.
Anyway, basically talking about how War Raiders are sneaking attacking, and Roderick Strong he busts out the great line of "I play hide and seek all the time with my son, and I always win." Bobby Fish chimes in, "Yeah, we're too famous to hide." Kyle O'Reilly's just like, "Yeah, I can't even go shopping. I'm that famous."
Damn.
Then it jumped to Adam Cole calling the next week's champion versus champion match the Adam Cole Invitational. Because it doesn't matter if it's Ricochet or if it's Pete Dunne, Adam Cole is looking to take both belts. Yeah. Speaking of Pete Dunne and Ricochet, they also had promos this week. Pete Dunne just basically called, well, Ricochet called Pete Dunne another mountain to climb for me to be the one and only dual champion.
Nice.
Then Pete Dunne was interviewed on his way to the parking lot wearing loafers but no fucking socks for some reason.
Weird.
Yeah, it's
A
weird
lot
when
of
people do that.
Wear loafers but no socks.
Yeah, that's weird.
Weird.
Anyway, but he basically pegs the blame against Ricochet in that tag team match they had a couple weeks ago. Said he's absolved himself of all blame. And when he's done with Ricochet, he's going to be figuring out how to fit 2 belts in his mouth. So, yeah. Next up, we had our main event, which was Bianca Belair against Wifey Cross.
Oh my god.
And can I just say, I love Wifey Cross.
Who doesn't?
Wifey Cross is amazing.
I love her so much because she spent the better part of the match just playing with Bianca Belair.
Just messing with her.
Yeah, just playing with her.
Yeah.
Anyway, then there was that awesome spot during the match where Bianca Belair military presses Nikki Cross
She's that strong?
and held her there.
She's that strong?
See, you would know this if you watched it.
What?
Yeah. Just held her up in the air
She's strong as fuck, bro.
for a good couple of minutes and then just dumped her.
Just, ugh.
Yeah. But this match ended in a double countout.
Really?
Yeah. They were both counted out on the ramp. And that was not the end of the episode because they continued to beat the shit out of each other. Nikki Cross got thrown over the announce table. And Nikki Cross jumped off the announce table. Took out Bianca Belair.
No whipping today?
No whipping.
That's weird.
So apparently this could be Nikki Cross's last serious feud in NXT before she's finally called up.
Yes.
Which is weird because she's made the house show circuit on main roster.
Send her to SmackDown. Hopefully Sanity can find some rejuvenation because they are fucking
Come here.
done.
Come here.
Hopefully Sanity
Stop!
can recover their sanity. And I'd watch where you're poking. It looked like you were trying to poke his ding dong.
No, it was not. It was his phone.
I said it looked like. I didn't say it was.
Ah, fuck. Oh, no, he pushed back. Oh, you cock.
My bad, bro. My bad.
I mean...
That's what you get for messing with his phone.
I'm sorry. It had to be
It was
done.
a joke, bro.
It had to be done. I know.
Okay. Next, we move on to the Mae Young Classic for this week. Deonna Purrazzo defeated Priscilla Kelly.
Did we just watch that?
Yeah. Well, we watched the last half of it.
Oh.
I watched the first half after I dropped you off.
Oh, right.
Yeah, anyway. Deonna Purrazzo defeated Priscilla Kelly with the Fujiwara armbar, and she just kept bouncing with it.
Ooh.
So, yeah. She is the virtuoso of the Fujiwara armbar.
Which one?
Next up, we had Zeux's defeat Ariel Monroe, Big Swole, or Mrs. Cedric Alexander.
Big Swole. I gotta see her, man. Is that her? Where's she at, bro? She's not on the page.
Well, she's on the page, but it's not an accurate picture, so, you know.
Yeah, be alright.
Anyway.
Big Swole.
But Ariel Monroe lost, you know, and, of course, Cedric and their little girl were in ringside. Her little girl was upset. So. Then next up, we had American Ninja Warrior girl, Katie. How do you pronounce that name?
I don't know. I'm not even
Let
gonna
me
try.
I can't pronounce that name for whatever.
I know she's just short as hell.
Catanzaro.
Okay, Catanzaro.
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 If that's not the correct pronunciation, forgive me.
We
but,
sorry.
But until she conquers the real Mount Midoriyama, then you can talk to me
American
about
Ninja Warrior sucks.
your cute Ninja Warrior.
It sucks.
Anyway, she defeated returning Mae Young Classic participant Reina Gonzalez.
And she scares me because she's big as hell.
Yeah. But Reina, first rounds just aren't her thing. She tapped out in the first round last year to a cross armbar from Dakota Kai. This year she got beat with a roll-up. And afterwards, Reina carried little Miss American Ninja Warrior on her shoulders, as a sign of respect.
I respect you.
Then in the main event, it was another returning participant, Mercedes Martinez, to a welcoming ovation, defeats the former Madison Rayne, Ashley Rayne, in the first round. I did not expect Mercedes Martinez to win.
No, I expected Ashley to win, but it was an okay match.
It was pretty good. So yeah.
What the fuck?
Can't wait to see how next week goes. But with that said in mind, that was the 3 count for this week. Yeah. Sunday. Me and Mainstream will be live streaming our reactions to Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell. This time, too much hell, not enough cell.
Cause
Facts.
hell no.
Next year, every match will be Hell in a Cell. Then they won't complain about it being a cell. Anyway, while we're here, while I got you guys here, I'm going to ask you a very important question.
Okay, this is my good stuff.
Do we preview and or review Super Showdown?
Should we? I mean, we did roll on like that.
We didn't preview it.
We reviewed it.
Yeah, we reviewed it.
I guess might as well. I mean, it's not really serious.
Yeah,
I mean, there's only one match that has serious implications right now,
Which is Miz
and Daniel Bryan.
Brian.
Yeah, I'll leave it to a vote. I'm neutral either way, so.
yeah, I'm about like me. Well,
What?
I should hope so.
I meant to say I'm about like you. You shut up.
Ow.
Anyway, it doesn't matter to me whether we pre and review it or not. So I'm kind of neutral myself.
Well, Mainstream, it's all up to you. Pressure's on you. What do
No,
we
we
do?
The ball is in your court. Are you gonna make the shot or not? 10 seconds left in the clock. What you gonna do?
Are you going to shoot the ball, or are you going to be like Punk and take it and go home?
Or are you gonna be like J.R. Smith and just dribble the ball and cost your team the game?
Or are you going to be like Lonzo Ball, talk about shooting the ball, but never shoot the ball?
I'm gonna say we're not gonna do it.
We're not?
No.
So no preview, no review?
No preview, no review.
All right, you heard it here, folks. We are not doing a Super Showdown preview or a review.
That shit, bro. Fuck that.
But you want to know something? Why aren't we doing it? Malcolm, do the slaps. I said why.
Oh. Wait. That's why.
Because they don't matter.
That was late. I'm sorry.
At least you got there.
That's why. That's why. There we go.
Man, Simon Miller is jacked.
Just ugh.
Just gah. Why? Here's why. Too bad he got injured.
Yeah.
Brutally.
Man, he got his arm broken at
First
Ringmaster.
First is had like getting busted open.
Yeah, first he had that nasty ditch drove into the back of his head.
And now the broken arm by Volta.
I don't know. I haven't watched Ringmaster. I haven't even watched Stacked yet. I think Will Ospreay got his ass beat at Stacked.
Because he fought Volta and just probably got destroyed.
Yeah, because it's Volta.
Can you help me with this right here?
All right. Anyway, that is 3 count for this week. We will see you guys next week for 3 count.
Oh, I got